using this TSV file for Chipotle orders, which has order ID, quantity, item name, choice description, and item price. And we're going to be doing some data analysis on this TSV file. So first off, before we actually start coding, we're going to need to import pandas, one of the main packages for data analysis. And that's what we're going to use to really analyze this TSV file. So to open the TSV file, we do if with open, and then whatever your file name would be. Ours in this case is chipotle.tsv. And for TSV files, you need to use the R function, which means it's going to be read mode of the TSV and just as a file. Now we're going to make a variable data. And we're going to do a little bit of cleaning of the data set here. And that's going to be using the strip and split method. The strip method is really going to grab every single row within this data set. And the split method is also going to get rid of any white spaces using that \t. And to make sure we get every single line in this file, we're going to do for line in file, using a for loop to grab every single line in the Chipotle TSV. And this is what our data looks like right now. You can see the column names at the top there and every other thing contained in this file. So if we want to filter the data by doing something or anything specific on the data set, we're going to need to create a filtered data. And let's say we want to filter out any column, get rid of it if it has a null value, and also any column where we want to see that if someone ordered a chicken bowl. So we use a for statement again for row in data, and data is already declared above. That's our data set, and that's what's represented in front of us right here. So using for row in data, it will start the iteration. So if row, and for all the null values, they were represented in row 3. So if row equals null or does not equal null, we can use does not equal or equals null. You could go either way here. And there's just a null value right there. So we want to get rid of those. We don't want those in our data set. And in one line, we can also do and row 2, which contains chicken bowls, and we can find those in the script above just by looking through our data and finding what the name of that would be, chicken bowl. And really, that's all there is to it. And now we just use the append function and get every row, and making sure every row satisfies both conditions that are listed above using the AND statement. And now, I like the way data frames look. I think they look better for representing data. So if we create a quick data frame here to represent what we just did with the data, and we're going to just grab filtered data and filtered columns, grabbing all the columns in our new data set or data frame. And this is just going to grab everything and filter it for us using our for statement above. And we want the same columns. So we're going to need to list the columns again here. And all the columns we would want in this filtered data set. We could get rid of some if we wanted to, but let's just stick with the same one so we represent our whole data set. And then to print it out, we just use the basic function dfhead. And we got an error here. I think I'm forgetting a parenthesis. Yeah, forgetting a parenthesis here. Here's a live decode session and a debug session here. I think it's around there. Yep. Okay, and that's what our data looks like. So we have no null columns, no column that contain the word null, and we also just have columns with the item named chicken bowl.